grind will never change, even if they start to hate on my name. Stay true to yourself and never ride another wave. They say that I ain't been acting the same. I wasn't happy, won't go back again. Moving and shaking till they know the name. Can't handle the boy because they sound the same, yeah. I came to save you from all of the fakers. Wanna know about me, then call all of my haters. They'll tell you that the boy ain't really worth it. In the stew every week with the same purpose. The boy been hot in a lit furnace. I feel like I deserve this. We will never change, yeah. Always moving major. Saying that I'm not the one, but you've been sounding crazy. We will never change, yeah. Always moving major. Saying that I'm not the one, but you've been sounding crazy.
Believe that can fly, that's Kelly. Grew up on West, ain't nothing you can tell me. Knew they would ride with me once they knew my M.O. Better hold on, whoa Nelly. I must say what I need to say, Mayor. Watch how I built it out, I'm the conveyor. At these shows and I rap and I know they gon' clap. Yeah, they put their hands together, no prayer. I ain't worried about you, I'm just worried about me. What I know is what I'll be. And y'all was heartless, got you out of my system to make good music. No ID. You will never bring me down, never break my stride. I'ma make it out by rapping how I feel inside, yeah.
We will never change, yeah. Always moving major. Saying that I'm not the one, but you've been sounding crazy. We will never change, yeah. Always moving major. Saying that I'm not the one, but you've been sounding crazy. You know I always stand tall.
What's going on, MBL Network? We are live right now, episode number 46. I believe it's 46.
46.
Oh, there you go. Liv confirms it. I'm about 99,000% sure it's 46. Actually, we already had this discussion multiple times.
99,000.
Yeah, it's slightly over 100%, and it's not
we'll
even a percent.
We'll be at episode 99,000 soon.
Oh, hey man, that's gonna be a fire episode. I heard that one's changing the game. $1 million giveaway.
Ooh. 20
people watching right now, including our good friend Rudy Mieja. I botched it, man. I'm sorry. What's up? What's up, Draco? Appreciate you stopping by. Adam Sklamberg in the chat. Is that a combo account for Pricey and Z-Star? What is it? What was the name that was used? Sour Juice? Sour Juice in the building. What's going on? MBL Network is better than the NFL. Ooh, that's pretty
nice.
Cool. That's nice to see. I mean, we don't have any. There ain't gonna be no flags on the field during this, but we might throw some flags on some other people. But let's get right to it. First of all, we got to congratulate the Cleveland Browns. They're your Season 33 MBL champion. Congratulations to owner Bananas and Z-Star on a fantastic game. Bananas came away with the dub, got his second MBL championship trophy. It was shipped to him. He's got it. The banner's up on 365.maddenbomberleague.com. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty excited about that game. That was a really cool game. All right, moving along, we're going to check out some more Bleacher Report. As you see right there, there's the Dean's List. He's getting rocking and rolling. Let's talk about some topics we're not going to be talking about today, Lip, in our main part of the show. Let me know how it looks and sounds, guys. If everything's good on here, you're watching Commission Corner Podcast, episode number 46. Teddy Bridgewater was re-signed. They traded for him. They gave a second-round pick, shipped him off last year. Now they signed him to a 3-year deal worth $37 million. The owner, OSU, said he's an insurance policy for Matt Ryan. Teddy was acquired from the Jets earlier this season. That was NBL Season 33. With all the injury problems this year, no chances were taken. Owner OSU signed him 3-year, $37 million deal. Thumbs up, thumbs down on that contract.
Thumbs up. You need a good backup. Teddy Bridgewater does that. I like the deal.
A little ironic that he's saying an insurance policy for someone that's prone to injury, though. Is that just it's just like when I think of Teddy Bridgewater, I think of injuries, right?
Yeah.
And now he's the guy backing up the big dog quarter, and he has the stats, and he has starter ability attributes. Just injury concerns with Teddy Bridgewater. That's what we're definitely worried about right now. When you think of Teddy Bridgewater. Drew Brees has retired after 18 illustrious years. This comes to no surprise to us. Maybe a surprise to the New Orleans Saints front office. But no Drew Brees. Kind of sad about that one. Lip, no Drew Brees this season. Surprised? Tom Brady's still playing at 42?
Yeah, it was coming. It's no surprise that it happened this very first season. But you always got to move on. You always got to find the next guy to lead that franchise. It's not going to be Drew Brees, but I think they're going to be all right.
MBL Bleacher Report in the chat saying, sounds great. Picture looks clean. Appreciate you stopping by. The New York Jets, let's see what happened with them. According to a source close to the situation, and mind you, this was September 27th. We're catching up. This is a bi-weekly podcast, so we used the Bleacher Report to kind of catch up on these little happenings around the league that we kind of missed. According to a source close to the situation, the Jets and their 2 free agent wide receivers, Curse and Anunwa, are far apart in negotiation. The deal is unlikely to be completed. And I'm not sure. Lip, check that Anunwa and Curse. I think they're still on the team. Anunwa, I'm pretty sure.
Anunwa is still a Jet. Was able to get a contract, 3 years. Looks like $20 million. 8 of that guaranteed. So
that's a big
pretty good deal for a decent wide receiver there. Anunwa staying with the Jets.
All right, on the morning of September 27th, Bleacher Report heard Eagles halfback Jay Ajayi will not be returned to Philly. As we already know, he left. New Orleans was unable to reach agreements on tight end Josh Hill and halfback Mark Ingram. Both hit the free agency. Josh Allen officially has been traded to the Detroit Lions, along with wide receiver Corey Coleman. Thumbs up, thumbs down on that trade, Lip?
Well, the Detroit Lions gave up a lot, but if they believe in Josh Allen, I think Corey Coleman's a very good pickup as well. So I'll give it a thumbs up. Josh Allen's got to develop, though.
Yeah, it definitely has to develop right now behind the curve. I mean, you look at Rosen, you look at the quarterback Darnold from the Jets, you look at Lamar Jackson, you look at Baker Mayfield. He's finishing dead last in there by a good distance. Definitely has to improve as a player. Carolina finished the season at a 500 record, 8-8. The key positions they need this year: safety, outside linebacker, defensive end, pass rushers. Also, Julius Peppers has announced he will retire as a Panther. Congrats to him on a great career. Also, Clay Matthews hit free agency. We see that here with the Green Bay Packers. Just catching you up around the league right now, guys. Sources close to the situation. So were you surprised here? I mean, we're looking on the screen. The Baltimore Ravens, they kept Joe Flacco as a backup now. Lamar Jackson has solidified himself as the superstar franchise quarterback. And they went ahead and kept Joe Flacco around.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the money-wise, they have to keep him. But Lamar Jackson, dude, he's going to be a star. Last year, 3,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, 25 interceptions, quarterback rating of 93. That's pretty close to that 100 mark that you talk about quite a bit, 65 completion percentage. So Lamar is a great star, a starter. He's only going to get better. It's good to have a good backup like we talked about with Bridgewater. So I like keeping those two guys together in Baltimore.
All right, it's really important. As you notice a trend here around the league, not just have a starting quarterback, Lip, but also double down with a backup quarterback. Cowboys, they made, I called it the best GM move of building the franchise Dallas Cowboys series last year, MBL Season 33. It was a 6-7 episodes series. We're going to hopefully do 6 to 7 this year with the Indianapolis Colts. The Dallas Cowboys have signed tight end Will Tye to a 3-year extension worth $13.7 million. Dallas traded a fourth-year man out of Stony Brook earlier in the season. Traded for the fourth-year man out of Stony Brook earlier in the season. He finished with 36 catches, 687 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was a tremendous addition to this Dallas Cowboys passing attack. Will Tye, that is. They sent their third-round pick in the MBL Season 34 rookie draft to New England for him. I'm thumbs up on that deal. That was a great deal. That's a good signing too. 3 years, 3-year extension worth $13.7 million. That just seems, I mean, that just seems just like highway robbery almost to get a tight end at the level of Will Tye. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if you watched it last year, Will Tye made a lot of catches that I mean, it ever seemed like every time the Cowboys need something, a big catch, someone to come up big, it was Will Tye. And 600 yards, almost 700 yards. Touchdowns a little down, but almost 700 yards for a tight end is pretty good for, that's kind of like where I like to see tight ends. The great ones go over that, obviously, but Will Tye was not. I mean, we all thought he was like 34 years old. The dude's only 27 now. I think it's a great pickup, a great signing, and that's going to keep them picking up third downs in crucial situations like they did all season last year.
Baltimore Ravens and Cougs stay in the topic here. As far as offseason transactions, they traded for the Seattle Seahawks halfback Rashad Penny. He was a rookie last year. And the Ravens athletic tight end Mark Andrews also was in the mix. That was an interesting trade to see Rashad Penny go to the Baltimore Ravens from Seattle. Last year he had 53 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns for a first-round draft pick. Kind of a down season for him. Are you impressed with the moves Baltimore's been making? They hang on to Joe Flacco. They got their solidified superstar quarterback. They also brought in a tight end we're going to talk about later. Superstar. Favorite number 69. There's a little hint. But Rashad Penny, nice pickup. Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Oh, huge thumbs up. Pair him in the backfield with Lamar Jackson. These two are going to spin all day long. Very excited. I would be pretty I'd be pretty worried about Penny and Jackson being in the backfield together because I think this Penny kid is going to do some great things. Only 23 years old. Look out. That's a scary backfield.
All right, in an attempt to fill the void left by Drew Brees' retirement, we just talked about that earlier. This was on September 27th, so a lot of information. Shout out to Timbo and the squad. MBL Bleacher Report doing some big things. Keep it up. You guys are killing it. We are told Miami will receive a 3rd and 5th round pick from the Saints. Saints also insanely active during the offseason. They brought in Ryan Tannehill. I'm a thumbs down on this one. This is my first thumbs down. Even though I think Tannehill's probably worth a 3rd and a 5th, I think in an ideal situation, he does not see the field, and I don't know if he even produces if he does see the field. I understand, Lip, it's a 3rd and 5th round pick. I just think the Saints have other holes that they should be looking to fill right now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Like you said, the value for those picks, I think it's fair, but I just don't think that Tannehill is the guy that.
Wait, what's you call him? Tannehill?
Tannehill?
Oh wow, I mean, he was a Texas quarterback in college, man. Is Tannehill?
Tannehill?
Tannehill.
He's not worth it.
Tannehill's not even worth the 3rd and 5th. That name
going to put up legitimate numbers. Man. I don't care how you say his name.
All right. Moving forward as well. Dallas Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs have reportedly begun speaking about a deal for wide receiver Chris Conley. Now, this got all mucked up. Here, I got an update on this actually from Bleacher Report right now. So what happened was Chris Conley was on the block. Then the Chiefs got cold feet. They backed out. Dallas put all their eggs into whose basket? The wide receiver cut from the Tennessee Titans. We're going to talk about him right now. What's his name? I forget his name.
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis. And he got a big-time deal. They went all in with him. The Cleveland Browns went all in for him. They both struck out because guess who swooped in and picked him up? Who was it? Drum roll, Lip. Who brought in the Corey Davis contract this offseason?
Corey Davis was signed by a team that we're going to go get into later, the New England Patriots. And
so they did one thing really crazy and a couple things really crazy. I mean, if you're a Patriots fan in the MBL, you got to be looking around, just doing the eyes, maybe not even moving your head, just eyes left and right. Has anybody seen this? What I'm seeing? Okay, so Chris Conley, they got cold feet, and Dallas said, you know what, we'll go after Corey Davis. That didn't work out. Then the Kansas City Chiefs actually drafted a wide receiver that they're really high on right now. I believe it was in the 1st round as well. Get the name on that rookie wide receiver for me, please. Chris Conley, 26 years old right now. Guess what? As of today, they're interested in moving him again. So the Kansas City saga continues. A bunch of drama in Kansas City. But Chris Conley's back on the block. 6'3", 205, 93 speed, 93 excel, 92 agility. You know, he's got some ability. 26 years old, out of his rookie contract now. Definitely probably worth more than a 3rd round grade right now. I like Chris Conley. 41 catches, 721 yards, 4 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, and you look at the rookie that the Chiefs selected, Julius Holland, 6'1". The dude can fly, 95 speed, 22 years old as a rookie. This guy was selected with the 28th pick in the 2nd round. That is quite a steal. And you pair him with Tyreek Hill, this offense is going to be tough to stop because they've got a great quarterback. They've got a great running back. Now 2 great wide receivers, at least 2 good ones in I believe, Watkins and Conley. Plus you got Kelsey. I don't know how on earth anyone's going to stop this offense.
All right, so we're talking Anthony Barr now, Rob Gronkowski. We're going to talk about them just a little bit, so I'm going to pass. I'm going to move by that. The Saints have been aggressive in meetings this year and is paying off. They have agreed to a 4-year, $76 million deal with Anthony Barr. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Don't give your thumbs up yet. Veteran wide receiver, Dez Bryant has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks. Sources tell Bleacher Report the deal is worth somewhere around $12 million. Thumbs up, thumbs down on the Seahawks bringing in Brandon Marshall. Bringing in Dez Bryant. They had a lot of success with Brandon Marshall in NBL Season 33. I think this is a pretty good pickup, kind of a similar style player at this point of his career, and maybe Dez is just slightly more athletic at this point as well.
Oh, big thumbs down. Dez Bryant only got 433 yards and 2 touchdowns in the powerful offense of the Detroit Lions last season. That's an absolute thumbs down. Dude can't play anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah,
he sat on the bench. He found his way out of the depth chart about midway through the season. A team in search of a true number 1 wideout, the Dallas Cowboys have agreed to terms with veteran wide receiver Randall Cobb. The deal is worth $42.8 million over the course of a 4-year period. I'm thumbs in the middle. I think Randall Cobb's going to play well. And then I think when he plays an elite cornerback, if he's really going to be your wide receiver 1, he's 29 years old. He's at the tail end of his career with only regression in front of him. Older receiver, I could see him going down with injury. Dallas Cowboys hope his health stays great, and they've been having lady luck on their side as far as health concerns go right now. But I'm thumbs in the middle here, probably leaning thumbs slightly down. Randall Cobb, I understand the move, though, for Dallas. I 100% understand the move. I just don't necessarily like it.
I'm a giant thumbs up on this. Randall Cobb's not going to be playing like a true #1 wide receiver because he's not going to be. They're not going to be throwing the ball that much. They're a run-first team. They made it to the Super Bowl. The big problem was they didn't have a #1 receiver. Now they do. They're still going to run the ball, and they're still going to be able to get to the NFC Championship, to the Super Bowl. Now you add that guy on top. He's not going to be the guy that's going to go out and catch 80 passes, but he's going to catch 50 or so. 40 or 50, and that's all that they need to get to that next level.
That's a very generous one. It's a low-end one at best, and low end. 29 years old.
Moving forward, I think this year, good #1. I'm not a great #1, good #1, but you're absolutely right. At 29, after this year, it all starts to go downhill, and that could be a bad deal because he's locked in for 4 years. Who knows? It's only $13 million, but who knows?
Buccaneers and Steelers reached an agreement that swaps picks and sends athletic linebacker, a.k.a. Bust Bud Dupree to Tampa. Bucks receive outside linebacker Bud Dupree, Pittsburgh's MBL season 35 rookie draft 4th-round pick. Steelers receive Houston's MBL season 34 3rd-round pick and season 34 Tampa Bay 7th-round pick. So a 3rd and a 7 for Bud Dupree and a 4th. Thumbs up, thumbs down for the Buccaneers getting this bust Bud Dupree. I'm thumbs in the middle. I think Bud Dupree could actually be good on this team. They like fast linebackers. They run that. I believe they were running a Tampa 2. Might not be as much anymore, but he's definitely an outside force, a pass rusher. Has speed and athletic ability, but he just hasn't really paid dividends, and I like how Steelers got rid of him and got something in return.
Yeah, I like that a lot for the Steelers. I'm in the middle with the Bucks. I mean, they got a great athlete, but I don't know if he can put it together. He was a 1st-round pick. He has never really put it together. Like I said, good move for the Steelers. Very questionable for the Bucks. Just not sure how I feel about Bud Dupree anymore.
All right, Antonio Callaway has been a topic around the league. He caught over 50 passes, just under 900 yards. I think he had 6 touchdowns out of the 38 passed on this team. I mean, he was in the top 4 on that team as far as production goes. I mean, you go look at it, you see Josh Gordon, Callaway, Jarvis Landry, and then the tight end led the way, David Njoku. And Jarvis Landry and Njoku were, kind of the leaders of that team. And then on the second tier, you had Callaway and Josh Gordon. Is this guy ever going to get traded, Lip? It seems like he's been on the block for quite a while. Does Antonio Callaway ever find himself a new team? I know he's got to be frustrated with hearing this right now.
Yeah, this is one of those guys where I think that he's in that area where I think he thinks he's #1. Some people think he's #1, but people don't want to pay for him because they're not sure if he can actually be a #1. You've got there was a lot of people on that team taking away attention from that defense, allowing him to get the production that he had. You put all the focus on that guy, you put an elite corner on him all game long. I'm just not too sure he's going to do so well, which is why I'm not sure people are going to want to pay for it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. It's time to get to it. Heading into topic number 2, we're talking free agency, and it's time to talk about it. What the heck is going on in New England? They cut Tom Brady. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me, though, right? You're not serious. Tom Brady is released. He's a Tennessee Titan. I'm so confused on what's going on. I don't know if I can keep up this Madden cycle with what's going on, but Tom Brady was released. We'll get to the other releases in just a second. Don't worry. Thoughts on the Tom Brady release and then Tom Brady signing with the Tennessee Titans. What were they thinking here? I got a theory, but I'm going to let you go first here, Lip. What's the deal in New England? What's the deal? I know you talked to the owner. What's going on?
So New England, we're going to get into a lot of questions here about what's going on there, but I am on board with the release of Tom Brady because things played out in their favor. They went out and they got Chuck Thomas at quarterback out of Michigan State. 21 years old. Boy, is he going to develop nicely if he can put some things together. On the other end of this, I'm very lost on why the Titans decided to pay Tom Brady $15 million for the upcoming season. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. They got Mariota. I'm not sure Tom Brady's really going to help them much because Mariota's such a dual threat quarterback. I think he brings so much value to the Titans. I think Tom Brady was a little bit of a, ownership favorite there, so that could be for that reason. But I like that move. There's another move we'll get into later that I don't like. Actually, there might be 2 moves I don't like. But as far as replacing your quarterback, they did the right thing, I think, And I think it's a good move for the Patriots at that position.
All right, here's my issue. I looked at this from afar, and I said, what the heck are the Patriots doing? And then I got a little closer, and I thought to myself, well, they went 9-7 with a win-now team, and they got busted out the playoffs by the Indianapolis Colts. The Building the Franchise Indianapolis Colts, actually. You want to check that out. We got that in playlist as well. Episode number 1 is already out. We got to know the team. We'll have another episode this weekend. They got busted out of the playoffs. I'm talking ran out the building with all these superstars. They got ran out the building. So I think they went into the offseason and said, you know what, maybe we're not a win-now team. So I see the cuts and I go, okay, get younger, get better, save the money. But then the contradiction of all contradictions is the overpay for Corey Davis, the wide receiver, which we're going to get into a little bit later as well. We'll talk about that on Crossfire. But the loss of Tom Brady is going to be huge. Because not only do you replace him with a quarterback not even close to the ability of Tom Brady, you can replace him with a rookie quarterback. Who knows what you're going to get? You know, this could get really wild. Tom Brady had 13 touchdowns, 19 picks. If you're doing 13 and 19 with Tom, terrific. What are you going to do with a rookie quarterback? Head-scratching moment in New England. But don't worry, it gets better. I'm thumbs down on the cut for Tom Brady, even though maybe I understood it, but the moves after that didn't make no sense. Okay. Now you know you're going to cut Tom Brady. Now you come back and you cut Rob Gronkowski. Why? Don't you think the efficiency that he can provide in the running game, the efficiency that he can provide to a younger quarterback, being that, oh, look at that dance. Oh, look at that. He's got some wild dance moves. Why would you cut Rob Gronkowski? He is the guy that you should actually keep through the transition because he's going to make this transition easier on younger players you have coming in. Lip, agree, disagree, thoughts on that?
I 100% agree with that. Dude, Gronk is such a phenomenal talent. It doesn't matter if he gets a step slower. He's just 6'6", and so athletic, such good ball skills. That's got to be a huge benefit to any quarterback. Forget the fact that he's a rookie. You take any quarterback, and I give you Gronk, you're going to say, wow, that's going to really help my quarterback production. And now you take a rookie quarterback, and you stick him in there without Gronk. You gave him another target, but that's all the way on the outside. It's not as good as Gronk. There's a lot of questions around these moves. And
let's talk. Let's talk about this young wide receiver they brought in for very cheap. I mean, at least they got him on a good deal, right, Lip? This is sarcasm at its best. So they went ahead and brought in the young wide receiver, 24-year-old Corey Davis. Here's my issue. They cut Gronkowski and Tom Brady at, arguably decline in their careers, right? Age is probably going to start catching up to these guys. They're older players. Corey Davis was cut in the prime of his career. Hello, red flag, anybody. Look around. Why would the Titans release Corey Davis in the prime of his career? And much less, why would you think that's a guy you want to give a 200-plus point bid to? He got paid 3 years. What was it for, Lip? 3 years, 63, 67, $68 million with a 25 guaranteed for a guy that was released in his prime? I just don't understand going all in with a guy like Corey Davis. Doesn't make much sense to me. Head-scratching moment for the New England Patriots. Any last thoughts on this? Yeah, we didn't bring up McCourty. We don't have video on McCourty because, honestly, at this point, Brady and Gronk is enough. I throw McCourty in here, the whole show turns into the New England Patriots, what the heck are you doing, in my Deca voice. I didn't want to turn it into that.
Yeah, so here's the thing, okay. You release Brady, you release Gronk, and you get excited because you have cap room, you have flexibility, and then, like you said, great point, you bring in this guy for that big contract. You've given him 25 guaranteed over 3 years. You're never going to be able to cut him. Maybe in that third year, but it's going to be meaningless at that point. And I just don't understand replacing what I think is more beneficial talent in Gronk with Corey Davis. And then on the opposite end, we're not even talking about this, but you think the Titans cut Davis in his prime. He wasn't making $15 million. There's no way. And then the Titans go and give $15 million to Tom Brady. I don't understand what these owners are doing, managing their money and where their talent is being put for this money. It just doesn't make sense. Especially the Titans. I can understand the Corey Davis move a little bit. It doesn't help a rookie quarterback in my mind, but Dude, Tom Brady in place of Corey Davis just blows my mind. I can't believe it. And the other thing is, like, with Gronk, I mean, I can't say this enough, that he just is, he's just like a